fucking God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Thanks, Parallax. Fuck me. Fuck me. Oh, Jesus. Fuck. Unhung Hero for $5. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate the support. Are you doing the muted thing on purpose as a bit? Let's go with that. Let's go with that. Joke's on you. I was only pretending to be retarded. God, this really is my own personal hell. I've built it. Built this hell for myself. So yes, Fair and Frozen says, first, fuck the police. What about the 10 millimeter? I guess if you want one, get one. But I'm not a, I don't see the point because you got to get like the hot loads for 10 millimeter, and I'm not sure those are probably rated in an MMP. So might want to look into that a little bit. Brimstone, hello. Fair Jacob Castro, hello. Ken says latent Bud Light representative. Harble Warble, Metal Matt. Oh my God, yes. This is just awful. Yes, muted. Oh no. Twist your nipples, see if the volume goes up. Yeah. Yes, the Hydro PX. Cool story. Hey, that's all I do is cool stories. I only do the coolest of stories. Just so you know. This is a cringe-free zone. Well, most of the time it's a cringe-free zone. Most of the time. Oh, Jesus. It's a great way to start the show. So I was going to say tonight, guys, I am sorry, but this is not going to be a fun one. I mean, this is going to be kind of a more black-pilled night, especially if you saw what happened today. Like, oh boy. Yeah, it wasn't very good. It wasn't very good to watch. It wasn't good to see how the government's governing things, but we need to know about it. We need to hear about it and figure out what to do from there. I mean, that's all there is about it at this point. That's all there is we can do. And it's kind of one of those deals where you have to laugh at the world. If you don't, I mean, you're going to go insane. I think at the end of the day, and that'd be bad. So we will get to that. Where are we? Oh, there's a chat. That's why it disappeared. That was weird. Oh, okay. Where is... Yes, Tooth is right. Only the most professional quality here. Yes, nothing but the best. Somebody's saying pay attention to chat. Oh, I'm trying to get ready. I was trying to finish up. Yeah, we're not going for a full muted stream tonight. Is it still muted? You guys are fucking joking with me. Oh my God. Can you guys hear me? God damn it. You can hear me. No, you're fine. We can hear you. It's good now. What the fuck is wrong with this thing? Fucking stream. You know what, StreamYard? Fuck you. This is your goddamn fault, StreamYard. Jesus. Okay. You guys are assholes. You guys are dicks. You guys are dicks. Oh no. This is rough. I don't know how I can put up with this. Muted. I'm just like you guys. I cry into my I cry myself to sleep into a pillow every night, just like everybody else does. Greg D says, "Calm down, Beyonce." Oh, blaming the software. God, you guys are horrible. Yes, Bill Dozer's right over in the Rumble ghetto. The FBI testimony today indicated we only need to build stronger lampposts in Washington, D.C. Very true. Judges on the bench. Steve Costney. Yeah. Hi, Steve. How you doing? Judges on the bench. Yes. Oh, God. So, okay. Okay, going back up in here, somebody said something about their dad having an issue, and I wanted to see where that was. I just wanted to say, hope it turns out for the best. Yeah. Yeah. Sotel saying, screw dirt and bacteria. My dad had to have his leg amputated on Monday. Oof. That's no good. That's no good. Hope he recovers. There's only that's all we can say for him. So hope your dad keeps fighting and hope he's back on his foot in no time. Now he's gonna wonder if he's gonna get like a peg leg or like a fake leg or just have crutches or what. So the world is your oyster. Fair Frozen saying, Sean, could you repeat all of that? Yes. Yes. Thank you for the $10, but yes. Oh, God. I don't know which part you didn't hear, but I wouldn't get the 10 millimeter. I wouldn't get the 10 millimeter. But congratulations being first. Unhung Hero for $2 says, I'm going to come. Don't come. Don't come. Josh Peckle for $4.99. Thank you, by the way. Says, WTF, man, you owe me $30 for the headphones I ordered because I thought mine were dead. It's all your fault, too, because I just kept talking. Oh. Unhung Hero for $5 again. Thank you. Says, on the bright side, being muted on stream is still better than most of the court stream audio. Yep. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. All right, guys. So I guess we'll get into it. What did we start with today? What was the biggest thing? Well, this week, the Durham Report got released. And if you weren't aware, well, that was an absolute dumpster fire. Because what did we learn? Pretty much everything we already knew. The FBI was corrupt. They lied about Carter Page. They knew Carter Page was an asset. Carter Page offered to communicate with them and work with them, and they still went ahead and lied to the FISA court about Carter Page, among other things. Also including the biggest one, I think, they actually admit and got caught doing was paying Igor Danchenko. Why? Well, because once they made him a confidential informant, they could launder his information and they could protect him. And more importantly, they could protect themselves from the investigations that would happen afterwards. Then you had brave men like Jim Comey who declined to speak with Durham. Now, he does have the Fifth Amendment right to remain silent, but what a cock piece of shit that was. Yes, we also find out that Adam Schiff was right. There was some treason about. There was a treasonous, if we're talking about a seditious conspiracy, I think we found one. Guys. I mean, and here's the ultimate point. Dove got it right. And nobody goes to jail. No one's going to jail. Nobody's getting held out as responsible. That's it. That's the sad part about this. Nobody goes to jail. And the Durham Report, well, like I said, guys, I wish I could tell you this was good news, but it's not. It's not at all. It is not good at all. And why do I say that? Because when you just read the beginning of this, there's an executive summary, but you read about all these problems. They talk about all that's going on here. And they explain that there was no reason for them to get involved. There was nothing. This was completely made out of thin air, out of whole cloth. And you see what was going on here, what they did. How this was an entire joke of an operation. You can see throughout this table of contents. That there was the evidence of predisposition to investigate the sitting president of the United States. That's some Stasi level activity right there. The fact that you even have to comment on that. Well, remember, the FBI is basically America's Cheka, the original Russian secret police founded by Felix Dzerzhinsky. J. Edgar Hoover saw that in the 20s and like, I want to do that exact same thing. And that's what he did. So don't ever let anybody tell you the G-men were noble. They weren't. They were blackmailing and extorting. They were part of Hoover's secret police. And the funny thing is, Man in the High Castle actually shows you how the FBI really worked as a secret police force. Just like the Gestapo, just like the NKVD, just like the Stasi. But you can see right here, just reading it, the lack of intelligence information supporting the premise of Crossfire Hurricane. And think about it, all those people who got wrapped up in that investigation, George Papadopoulos, Mike Flynn, all these people, they got convictions off something they should never have done, off of an illegal investigation that never should have happened. That never should have happened. Never should have happened. And that's the thing. I've read through this, and all it does is just make me want to go online and look up the rental rates for a Ryder truck. Because you also know there's 60,000 pounds of fertilizer missing right now. Just, that's between us girls. Do with that information what you want. But they point out that they had nothing. 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 Absolutely nothing. They had jack and shit. So, it's just, yes, Truman did refer to the FBI as his own Gestapo. Very much so. See what some of you guys said. Yes, I saw that, and yes, we'll talk about that in a minute. Oh. Jumbo Dunn says wool cloth. I said whole cloth. Whole cloth. My nephew made me sick, so I sound like crap right now. Jacob says, reminder, the FBI is the asshole. Yep, and we're gonna focus on the FBI in a couple spots here. But yes, the state security apparatus. Jim, how are you doing? Jim says tonight, maybe Uncle Ted and Cousin Timothy had a point. Yes. Elder Ted and Elder Timothy. Yes, they may have had a point with what they did. Because remember, the FBI can kill people and get away with it. Ask Vicky Weaver. But don't worry, guys. Don't you worry. Because you know what the FBI said? They said, hey, bro, we got this. We got this, bro. And what did they do? Well, they came up with an answer. And, well, oh. Well, don't worry. The FBI tells you they're on top of it. With what? Only the toppest of men. The top G men, if you will. And this is the FBI's actual statement. The statement on the report by Special Counsel John Durham. The conduct in the 2016 and 17 that Special Counsel Durham examined was the reason that current FBI leadership already implemented dozens of corrective actions, which have now been in place for some time. Like what? Can you show us? Can you tell us? I really would love to know what those are. Break it down for me. Let's get a little bit of that transparency going. Because right now, I forgive me for not having faith in you guys. Forgive me. I'm a very untrusting person. But I digress. Had those reforms been in place in 2016, the missteps identified in the report could have been prevented. Once again, like what? This report reinforces the importance of ensuring the FBI continues to do its work with the rigor, objectivity, and professionalism the American people deserve and rightly expect. No. What this report, shows is that like an Air Force flight needs to accidentally just like let go of a JDAM right over the Hoover building. And I'm talking about one of those 2,000-pound sons of bitches. And just like, whoo, pow. That's what it needs. That's what it needs. I mean, heck, maybe we can get the Russians to drop a Kinzhal right down the tailpipe of the Hoover building. That would be even better. Just hypersonic cruise missiles going, boop. Notice I didn't say that, Fed boys, so don't cry at me. But yeah, I'm sure this is going to fix everything. This is going to fix everything. This was the seditious conspiracy. This was the coup. They kept warning there was collusion and there was a coup. This was the collusion. It's just like in Valkyrie. Once they learn that they've been set up, and the major says to his adjutant, you idiot, we are the coup. They've been the coup. They were driving people along in Buffalo, jumping them off the cliff. They were the coup all along. But with the rigor, objectivity, and professionalism. Okay. Uh-huh. Yes. Yes, the rigor, objectivity, and professionalism where you infiltrate the defense teams of people facing federal trial, I guess. Or is that rigor when, the rigor and the marksmanship of Lon Horiuchi when he shot Vicky Weaver in the fucking face? Or is that objectivity when they put a fucking tank through the Waco compound? I don't know. J-Man saying, isn't that the end of a Tom Clancy novel? Yeah, you're thinking of Executive Orders when the Ayatollah's sitting there listening to the president and there's a JDAM just streaking through the sky towards his house. Yeah. So, there's times where art should imitate life. Art should imitate life. And life should imitate art. Just saying. Once again, just saying. Just saying. Parallax says, source, trust us, bro. Yes. Yes, trust us, bro. So. Yeah, we are. This is who we are. This is who we are. Says guys. Voting is not going to fix this. I mean, just saying. Not saying. I'm just saying. Just a bit. So, I'm just saying. Oh, yeah. Yes, Dov is right. The flatulating butt plug and instigators. Yes. Oh. Jado says hypersonic shovels. Yes. Drakamo says rooting for Putin. No, I'm not. I'm just hoping like a cruise missile, like an air cruise missile. That happens all the time. Technology doesn't always perform correctly. So just like maybe in the military, could be like gotten a hold of one and they test it down at Patuxent River and just, and it's like, whoops, and it goes whoop, boom. Oops. The Fed's projecting again. 100%. That's all they do. That's all they do. Oh. A name of some sort says Tom Clancy may have been a glowy stan, but I still love his books. I do too. They were really good, even though they were very much sucking CIA dick for the most part. Chico Castro says Debt of Honor had a real good ending too. You should read that book if you want to know what we're talking about. If you know, you know. Patty Leonard saying, why didn't you upload the Form 1 video? I have. Dude, it's out there. Like, seriously, it's 100% out there. I mean, literally, like, it's literally out there. Hold on. It's like, I'm not trying to joke with you, but it's literally share screen. It's literally right here. It's this one. I did it 3 weeks ago. So I 100% did it. The FBI is down in the chat. Well, they can eat the peanuts out of my turds for all I care. And I'll talk to you about how we deal with the feds in a minute. So, yes, Andrew W. says it best. Violence is I gotta say it like Michael Ironside. Violence is a supreme authority through which all other authority is derived. Very true. Very true. JMK says, hello, everybody. Hello, friend. Okay. So, yes, the FBI, they're gonna fix it, guys. It's all gonna be okay. It's all gonna be okay. But to top things off, the FBI whistleblowers were in Congress today and talking. And if you guys want to hear some sobering crap, I mean, this is a pretty good example of it. This is one of the guys who testified, and kind of in closing.
All of the hardships you've gone through. If one of your really good friends, your former colleagues, came to you and said, I have this thing that is being covered up, and I think the American people need to know about it, what advice would you give them?
I would tell them first to pray about it, long and hard. And I would tell them I could take it to Congress for them, or I could put them in touch with Congress, but I would advise them not to do it.
So you would legitimately try to protect one of your colleagues from doing what you have done?
Absolutely.
And how do you think that solves being able to shine light on corruption, weaponization, any kind of misconduct that exists with the American people?
It doesn't solve it, but the FBI will crush you. This government will crush you and your family if you try to expose the truth about things that they are doing that are wrong. And we are all examples of that.
I can't think of a more sobering way to end a hearing. I yield back.
So yeah, they came out to spill the tea, and they all pointed out that yeah. Stabby says, "What did I miss? A lot of mute. A lot of mute." A lot of mute. So, yep, A-dubs, 100% right. This just proves a harder reset is necessary. Now, it gets even worse, though. There is a great let's say, is that the guy the FBI fired and made his family literally homeless? He's one of the people. I'll give that guy credit. He's probably one of the few good men in Gomorrah that actually existed. Sadly, God's not going to spare it. Now, moving on from that, there's a bigger issue.
Okay.
So the FBI went to go talk to a woman who is a pro-life person. Okay. They went to her mom's house, and apparently she wasn't there. Well, here's the thing, guys. You don't have to talk to the police. You don't have to talk to the police. I mean, if I got to do it like a black lady, like, do not talk to the police. Do not talk to them. No. 9. No sprechen. Do not speak to them. Don't even open the door. Tell them to go away. Tell them to come back with a warrant. If they have a warrant, fine. They got to do what they got to do. But do not talk to them. Do not. Ever. I mean, if you want to open the door and say, like I said, you could open the door. I don't wish to speak with you unless I have counsel present. Closed door. Fiend. Or end scene. That's what you do. That's what you do. That's how you handle it. You don't keep talking to them. Oh, hold on. You want a link? You want a link for that last one? Hold on here. Let me find it. I gotta find out my history. Hold on, because I just canceled out everything. All right, so here is the if you guys want it, I'll put it in chat. Here you are, Furby Slayer. That's going to be the link to the Twitter where the guy testified. But here we go. We're going to deal with the FBI trying to speak with somebody. It's easy enough to start with this. Remember, you don't have to talk to them. So here we go.
Elise? I'm sorry, she's not here. Can I ask what this is in regards to? Yeah, sure. My name's Ashley Roberts and this is Kathleen Brown. We're both with the FBI. Okay. We just need to speak with her regarding some information that was sent in to us.
Okay. Well, she doesn't live here.
Oh, okay.
So,
Right there. Oh, you're with the FBI? Cool. Have a great day. I don't wish to speak to you anymore. I have Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. Get off my lawn. And then as he leaves, turn on the sprinklers. But no. Okay, sorry, Sugar Britches. Have a good one. Got nothing to talk to you about. I mean, really, that's the scary part. It's like, we need to talk to your daughter. There should be nothing else coming out of the lady's mouth. There should nothing come out of your mouth. Just, sorry. Well, have a good one. Now, if you want to be like, fuck you, you corrupt piggies and pieces of shit. You don't have to do that if you don't want to. I don't recommend it. Just say, get off my lawn, get off my property. You don't have a warrant. I don't wish to speak to you. No, J-Man. Do not clear up the misunderstanding. Do not speak to them.
My daughter, but this isn't her residence currently.
Okay.
So,
Do you mind giving us her residence or her phone number by chance?
Yes, you should mind. No, I'm not giving you anything. I'm not helping you. No.
hold on just a second.
Sure. She's not in any trouble. We just have information that we need to ask her about.
Bullshit, she's not in trouble. How do you know that? How do you know she's not lying to you? You cannot trust that.
Do you mind if I take a picture of your badges?
Unfortunately, we're not allowed to have anyone take our pictures.
Can I
of
see it
our-
again, please?
Sure.
See, as soon as she does that, fucking whip out your... Well, we can't let you do that. Fuck you. Fuck you. First Amendment, motherfucker. First fucking amendment. Oh, we can't let anybody see that. I'd be like, hold my hand. Oh, click. Dare you. Do it. Do it. See what happens. They can't do shit about that. Fuck them. There's a picture of her right there. Oh my God. Oh my God, you dumb twats. We have pictures of your badges. Actually, I shouldn't mention that because they probably will send the HRT team over to kill this lady in the morning. She's probably a Russian agent. She took pictures of our badges. I mean, I'm surprised they didn't cover up the ring. Zoom in. But no, those do look like legit FBI credentials. By the way, they don't have their badge in there. That actually looks fairly legit. The Federal Bureau of Investigation, the Karen Brigade.
Yeah. Well, you can always call our office too, and they can verify our employment because it is weird. Not every day you get a knock on the door from the FBI.
No, and I'm like in a meeting.
And nobody should ever get a knock on the door from the FBI. Nobody should. Nobody should ever be getting a knock on the door from the FBI.
Upstairs, so I wasn't trying to not answer. Well, yeah, I was trying not to answer the door.
Yeah,
Because
no
I'm
worries,
kind of,
yeah.
and I'm like, oh my gosh, whoever.
See, even better. Hey, guys, fuck you. I got work. Sorry, get bent. Don't trip over my bushes on the way out. I got work to do. That's a good enough answer. Here's the problem. Once you start talking to them, remember, they don't record their conversations with you. They go back and they write up a 302. That's what they call it. It's part of their reports. Just like we were Michael Flynn. They edit those. They revise them. They go back to them. It might be months before they write something down. Well, that FBI is just going to say, she said blah, 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 blah. You didn't say any of that. Who's the jury going to believe? Thank God this is all on camera. But do not talk to the goddamn police. No, no, no. Darby O'Hare saying, yes, do the whole show in black woman voice. Thank you. Oh my gosh, you guys are hilarious. I'm trying to catch up here with some of these comments. Where is... Yes, A-Dub's right. We are top-tier investigators, and you get defeated by a ring. Yes, that's brilliant work. Sniper says, how you doing, brother? Says, hey, Sean, gonna have to join the replay. Like the stream or your Malcolm Nance. Ooh, that's a tough one, guys. Like the stream or be Malcolm Nance. One will be Malcolm Nance, guys. I can just tell you that much. Nobody wants to be Malcolm Nance. T. Ree says yes to black voice, no to black face. I mean, I get pretty tan. I mean, I get tan enough, you'll think I'm in the Taliban. I'm just saying. Just saying. We'll see how the summer goes. Mark Green says Chauvin's going to the Minnesota Supreme Court. Good luck to him. I don't think it's going to help too much. Lemon Party says a lawyer told me not to talk to the cops. That's acceptable. You can say that. That is 100% acceptable. But anyways, let's get back to this cringe. Already though, this is what this thing right here is 10 seconds too long, or 1 minute too long already. It's 1 minute and 10 seconds in. 10 seconds. Sorry, I have nothing to say. Till I have an attorney present. Have a nice day. Bye. That's even 5 seconds. So this is 1 minute and 5 seconds too long. Actually, you can even argue it's just 1 minute and 10 seconds too long. Go away through the door. That's it. But yes, look at these two brave women fighting and defending America against terrorism and the bad men out there. Yes, that's these stalwarts.
Whoever's at the door is being like uber persistent. Give me a minute.
Sorry.
So no, that's
We
okay.
can leave you our office number if you'd like to call.
Yeah, let me do that. That sounds good.
Okay, this part here would make me very suspicious.
We
Okay.
can leave you our office number if you'd like to call.
Yeah, let me do that. That sounds good.
This would make me very suspicious if you are in law enforcement. You're a federal agent and you don't have a business card. Like, seriously, that would actually put me on high alert. Something bad's going down. Okay, your credentials look legit. You don't have business cards between the two of you? That's sketchy as hell. That is real sketchy. It's very, very fucking sketchy. Very, very sketchy. But we'll keep going.
I'll write off another one.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt your meeting.
No, you're good. So can you tell me what you said it's in regards to?
And we would tell you all the information because, like I said, she's not in any trouble. But just out of respect for her, we'd like to speak with her first.
Oh, she's not in trouble, and you're her mom. But we're not going to tell you what it's all about. Once again, bullshit. Don't trust these. Don't trust these lying skanks. Or if they were guys, don't trust these lying bastards. Don't trust the skank patrol. I mean, there's still thoughts. They need patrolled.
And then
Okay.
if she feels like talking to you, which I'm sure she will, because it's nothing, you know, then
All
yeah.
right.
I mean, really, if you want to be smart, if nobody's in trouble, get the fuck out of here. Who broke the law? Did anybody break the law? No? Then get fucked.
All complicated.
Why is she checking? Like, do you not know the phone number to your office? Why does she have to check? Is she dyslexic? Is she like the retarded diversity hire who would like nya 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 nya? It's like, very good, Janet. You spelled it right.
Hang up.
All right.
Sorry.
So yeah, FBI Washington. That's our number. You can call. That's our
And what's your name?
Kathleen Brown.
Thanks.
I mean, and here's the thing. It's a crying shame. Good to see him. You know, 100%. I actually might do that. And hey, hold on. I'd call the police. These guys claiming to be feds. This is sketchy as hell. Really, it is. I mean, they don't have like business cards. That's like the basic stuff. That's the basic stuff. Dove is saying, be careful, there's a SWAT team down the road. Yeah. And Porcelain's right. And this is true. This is pretty damn true. Even in my experience of running in the feds, they all have cards. They all have business cards. They all have business cards. That's a shame. Says, where do they get these broads? Leftover room mothers from the local elementary school? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Brimstone saying, call the sheriff and say there's people claiming to be FBI agents at your door. I don't know if you can call them fake, but I would say I have concerns that are legitimate. That right there, you don't have business cards? Oof. That is a massive red flag. That doesn't just mean you have a business card. That's fine, because go listen to Sovereign Citizens. They're like, well, I need to see your business card. But like, to tell me you're an FBI agent doing an investigation, you don't have business cards? Like, I mean, think about it. Because imagine you came home and they wrote a bunch of shit on a piece of paper and just tucked it in your door. Because that's normally what happens. Like, I've done it before, trying to get a hold of people, witnesses. I take my business card, stick it in the door, say, please call me. Imagine if you got just a random piece of paper saying, Herder, I'm with the FBI. You're going to look at it and say, piss on this and throw it away. So, yeah. Eric is right. They are pissed. They are pissed she is stalling and giving them the runaround. Jim is right. They didn't give her a card because it's a joint terrorism task force on it. Probably. Parallax says, I'm Patrick Bateman about business cards. Hey, you got to have that raised typeface Ramallah font. It's going to be a Ramallah font on bone. Oh my God, it better have a watermark too. But it gets even worse, though. It gets even worse in this whole thing. It gets even worse. It gets even worse. Why? Because the woman calls her daughter. And the daughter's actually smart. Because here's the worst part. She calls her daughter, and those two FBI agents are standing there. The Karen Brigade. You know, I have two FBI agents at the door. And listen to what the daughter's response is to all of this. Listen to the daughter's response.
Yes, I have two FBI agents at the front door. Yes. Do you? I'm okay. What do you want me to do?
Listen, she's like, I got two FBI agents here. And what did she say? She said, Mom, don't tell them anything. Tell them to go away. The daughter has it right. Tell them to go away. Tell them to leave everything alone. Get bent. Get bent. That daughter, yes, she is based. Based out there. Trad as fuck. Based. Anon No Mouse says, do we know what they were actually after? I don't know. Probably some bullshit. I mean, literally, we just got done finding out Crossfire Hurricane was a complete scam. So whatever it is, it's probably a lie and some sort of frame job to go after that woman. So no, I assume it's all bullshit. And you should too. Yes, Bob Johnson's right. Can I see Paul Allen's card? So Wombat Mommy says, so why are they there? To be intimidating scumbags of the state security apparatus. That's why. To be scum. To be feral hogs. That's what they're there for. Yeah. Yeah, and Carrie's right. She was at a protest about right to life, but they think she's probably a spooky terrorist. Ooh. You know, they're not worried about the 60,000 pounds of fertilizer that disappeared recently from Wyoming on a train car. But no, we're going to go after people who think murdering babies is a bad idea. Yeah, that's the real threat to democracy. And you're right, Juror 13. They targeted the mom to pressure the daughter. Yep. Because now she's going to say, honey, the FBI was here. What are you doing? Exactly what they're doing. Exactly. Oh, hold on. I got to check over here in the... Ingress. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm getting to those in a second. I mean, yeah, so there are some super chats to get to. Furby Slayer says, give me a link for $5. Thank you. Hopefully you got the link there. The Ingress for $4.99. Thank you very much. I appreciate the support. You gotta find. I'm trying to find the breaks in the action here. The 19th Amendment was a mistake. I mean, like, let's be honest. So, I don't disagree. Jim is saying, come on, they know where that fertilizer is. They're the ones who took it. Maybe. Or I'm hoping some young, enterprising, young lad out there who followed the based algebra man who lives in the woods is coming up with something. Who knows? Pope Brackets touched me. He says, wait, 60,000 pounds of ammonium nitrate just disappeared? Yeah. Yep, hold on. Yeah. Yes. So, you guys didn't hear about this. I guess we'll talk about it real quick. I mean, why not a black pill? Why not a anxiety pill while we're at it? Yes, California officials are investigating the loss of 30 tons of explosive chemicals. Yes. Yes, so to quote the great Marv Albert, yes. 60,000 pounds is missing of ammonium nitrate. A rail car loaded with 30 tons of it left Cheyenne, Wyoming on April 12th. And the car was found to be empty after it arrived 2 weeks later at a rail stop in the Mojave Desert. Oh my God, that's just like out of a Tom Clancy novel. Like, that's not good. That's not good at all. Like, the whole train, the whole rail car was loaded. It's just found to be empty. Maybe it's like Ninja Turtle. It's like the first Ninja Turtle's like, Ninja vanish. And it's like, woof. You turn around, your whole truck full of TVs is gone. I mean, I don't know. Yeah. They point out that this is the interesting part here. The company Dino Nobel, who makes explosives, made the report May 10th. 2 weeks later, though. So hold on. 2 weeks later would have been April 26th. They waited like another 14 days to tell the feds, like, hey guys, yeah, a bunch of explosives went missing, but lols. Yeah. So, yes, there are allegations that this was in a car that had hopper gates, so kind of like a grain carrying car, and it may have just like leaked out. Yeah, I'm sure that's the case. I'm sure that they just spilled 60,000 pounds of explosives, just insulted the countryside with it. But yeah, I'm sure that's it. Yeah. Yes, 60,000 explosives pretty much. Yes. The GM says ammonium nitrate, ANFO. Wombat Mommy says, is there a box truck missing too? No, maybe. You never know. Southie 31 over on Rumble says, isn't that stuff used in the Oklahoma City bombing? 100% it was. But you remember, this is going to be like, Gordon Ramsay giving me some inside secrets here. Like how to cook that steak and you just baste and baste and baste and baste it. Well, if you take like heating oil and you mix it in with the fertilizer, it sensitizes it. And that just gives it that little bit of spice, that little like mwah in your mouth, as you will. That's the key ingredient. It's a special tool we'll need later, to quote the great Mickey. Yes, Pope Rackets. Yes, 60,000 disappeared. J Doe says, what if the hopper opened? I mean, come on. I'm hoping that's the case, but I'm having a feeling that's probably not going to be. Okay, I almost spit my water up here. SF Peaks and Rumble says yes, or as Emerald would say, bam. Yes. Bob Johnson says, what's next? 10,000 gallons of fuel oil missing? Shh. Bro, first of all, lower your voice. President-elect 4 doors more horse for $4.99 says 60,000 pounds of fertilizer missing. Ryder must be offering a new promotion for running their trucks. In other news, I'm thinking about buying an RT 706M. Oh, funny. Yes, Ryder's got a new campaign going. Which one's the R706M? Oh, it's the milled. Ooh. Wouldn't be bad. It's rifle dynamics. It's always good. So it's always good choice. Brimstone says you add water and you got instant cold backs. Yes, very true. Necromancer says, what might someone do with the stolen glowy remover? I like that. The it's glowy removal stuff. Ag Biochemist saying, is it in liquid form or solid salt form? I'm assuming it's in the solid form. Because if they're talking about the hopper being open, you don't have hoppers on tank cars. I don't think you'd ever ship ANFO as a liquid. That seems really dangerous. So, John says the cartel took it for their pot farms. Well, there's going to be some killer weed growing soon then. Fair Frozen 55 says for $5, I want to learn all about this for academic pursuits, of course. Hey, there's nothing wrong with the First Amendment and learning. So. All right, I guess we can I guess we'll finish up the whole Twitter stuff today. Actually, hold on. Where are we at? Where are we at here? All right. So yeah, well, actually, we're going to move on to Bryan Kohberger. The Iowa quadruple murder suspect. He has just been indicted. There were issues about him having his preliminary hearing coming up in a month or so, but instead he got indicted. And the indictment, there isn't a whole lot to it. It's pretty straightforward. So here is a copy of his indictment. And this is out of Ladakh County, Idaho. So he got charged of burglary, is count 1, felony first-degree murder, count 2, murder in first degree, count 3, murder in first degree, count 4, and murder in first degree, count 5. And the indictment's only a couple pages long. So he broke into the residence. That's count 1 for the burglary. And then they talk about the murders on the next page. Madison Mogan, Kaylee Goncalves, Xana Kernodle, and Ethan Chapin. Those are the four people he murdered. And they point out that that's the entirety of this. Interestingly enough, it doesn't say that they're trying to seek the death penalty, which I kind of thought they might be. But maybe they can do it later at a different time. So we'll find out. Wait, I say Idaho? What? Iowa? Oh, yes, Idaho. Yes. So I'm sorry, guys. Yes, it's Idaho. Yes, Idaho, not Idaho. Just your mom to hoe. Brandon Garcia for 129 Mexican pesos. Thank you very much for your support. I appreciate it, man. Olaf from the Third World. Finally, Americans will realize the government is the Antichrist. Welcome to the grown-up world, if so. I think a lot of people here, yeah, they're on that train, or they've been on that train for a while. So, yeah. Yes, a lot of people realize the government is not good. But yes, thank you very much for your support. I appreciate it, Brandon. I hope to see you around. I really do. But yeah, I think a lot of people are, especially the past 5 or 6 years, have really opened up people's eyes. Obviously you wish it would have happened sooner, but hey, better late than never. Oh my gosh, where is Porcelain Thunder says Ida, Iowa, potato. Yeah. Yes, close enough. So, Sean is having a bad day. Yeah, I'm not having, this is not a good day for me. This is not a good day for me. Samuel Williams, the founding father for 199 says, Hoodaho. Thank you for that, Sam. So, so we will find out what happens more. I know, guys, we already talked about his affidavit and how they caught him. And if you guys don't remember, they started tracking cars coming in and out. They found his car. They thought it was of interest. They even then went back and found footage of when he got stopped by police in other places. They were able to figure out it was him, where he was, where he went, and tracked his car along. So, yeah. And then they went and did a trash pull out in Pennsylvania where his parents live. And they tested the familial DNA of his dad to the items that he left at the scene. I still don't understand why he left that knife sheath there. And they were able to have a match. So that's how they got him. Seawarren saying, at Brandon, if we're watching, Sean, we probably know the government isn't our friend. Hey, there's nothing wrong with like-minded people getting together and fighting each other. You like the fact I have a cough button? Well, thank you. Well, the cough button's also the button I forgot to unmute earlier, so it's a lot more than just that. By front saying dropped or forgot the sheath while in the panic. Oh, yeah, and I think that's ultimately, I think that's what happened. Because, yes, everybody likes to think they're going to he probably in his mind how he was going to do this murder, and then once he started stabbing away and people are screaming and dying, I'm sure he panicked very, very quickly. This is who we are, says Gosney's knife still missing. Oh no. Yes, I have a snore button too. So, but yes, things are going, things are getting better for Bryan Kohberger, but we'll find out more as the case goes on. In other news, and I thought this is very interesting, out of Vermont. I saw this and I thought it was a little weird until I read what's going on. So in Vermont, they're outlawing paramilitary training camps. Now, what is a paramilitary training camp? Who knows exactly? So what do we see here? Well, it's a crime to own or operate a paramilitary training camp in the state. Okay. And they signed legislation after a firearms training facility was built without permits, which is hilarious because Vermont and New Hampshire are traditionally states where the independence of people and the liberty and freedom people have is traditionally cherished and upheld as one of the state's virtues. I mean, Vermont, for example, has had concealed carry without a permit for over 120 years almost at this point. Yet, yes, probably people from Massachusetts and New York moving to Vermont have ruined that. This guy, how dare he has something set up without permits? But that's not the issue. The issue is it prohibits people, and you face up to 5 years in prison if you teach, train, or demonstrate to anyone else the use, application, or making of a firearm, explosive, or incendiary device capable of causing injury or death that will be used or in furtherance of civil disorder. Okay. It also bans the person from assembling with others for such training, instruction, or practice. So now we're infringing on people's rights to assemble. And how do you get to decide what's being done in furtherance of a civil disorder? Maybe they're training to how to reinstill civil order. Should we be in a without rule of law scenario? Either way, they have the right to freely associate. The government's telling you can't do that. Be interesting to see how this one goes. The gun violence group led by Gabrielle Giffords, the famous potato lady, says Vermont joins 25 other states that prohibit training for anti-government paramilitary activity. It is a violation of the First and Second Amendments. It truly is. Oh. But when the senior counsel for the Giffords Guns and Democracy Project, private paramilitary activities illegal in Vermont has been associated with intimidation of people exercising their constitutional rights across the U.S. by people who are exercising their constitutional rights, but apparently it's scaring other people. This is a common sense policy that will reduce the spread of dangerous, illegal, and anti-government firearms intimidation. So, anti-government activity is dangerous and illegal. They're just saying the quiet parts out loud now, guys. Saying the quiet parts out loud. Tarkina Meyer, Tarkina, it's good to see you. Says, just say it's a BLM protest camp. You're golden. You probably would be, actually. Jacob Castro was saying the Bill of Rights is still a thing. Yeah. So, yes. Brandon Garcia says, yes, you put hammer and sickles in the camp and they'll leave you alone. Yep, Brimstone's right. LGB2IA plus P ampersand sign. Self-defense camp. So this is who we are. Says the Boy Scouts are going to get arrested. Yeah, just like they said in Red Dawn. He's an elite member of an elite paramilitary organization, Eagle Scout. So yes, that's yeah. That's a shame. Says, oh, you mean like the one that was training kids for school shootings in New Mexico? Shh, you're not supposed to talk about that, bro. That defeats the narrative. Shh. Dove Omega saying, you mean like a gun range? I mean, yeah, that's the other issue. Like, what point? I mean, let's say you get a bunch of guys practicing ready up drills, or it's a 3-gun competition or a 2-gun competition. Is that going to be considered a violation? Is that considered paramilitary activity? Ooga booga booga booga. I mean, probably you're going to get some jackass from the Southern Poverty Law Center say, yes, in my opinion, this is only bad guys doing this. And that's what it's going to turn into. Brimstone's talking about the Muslim training camps. Yes, in Islamburg, New York. Yes. Once again, shh. Danielle says Wolverines. Yes. So Tarkina for $5. Thank you, by the way, for the support. I appreciate it. Says, can we talk about the fact it says joins 25 other states in this law? Yes, that's an issue. 25 other states have this, but I mean, yeah, we got a lot of problems. A lot. Juror 13 says, in my off-road club paramilitary, we have Jeeps. Well, yeah, if you guys are practicing in furtherance of civil disorder, yeah. Think about if you're in a ham radio group. A ham radio group, like part of what part of the allure of ham is they're like, well, when everything goes down, we can still communicate. Cool. You're in furtherance of a civil disorder. Your ham radio group. I mean, heck. Get you one of them bow fangs, kids. I'm in furtherance of a civil disorder. Apparently, this is going to be illegal in Vermont, too. Fuckers. Yes, somebody said the Mormon family gun range. Yes. Sure, 13 says, oh, we're disorderly, all right. Porcelain Thunder says, ham. T. Ree says, defensive driving camp sounds awesome. Yes. Somebody asked, what are those other 25 cents or 25 states? I don't know yet. Jacob saying UHF and VHF equals false sense of security, get HF. I mean, really, when the time comes, this is all going to be like against a superior force. These are all tracking beacons. But if you're doing them for burst communication, I'd say I'd watch Risky Krisky. Kind of explains it a lot better. So does NC Scout, Brush Beater. You know, one guy's short burst range direction. It's hard to get detected. Alyssa Ruiz says, why are they like this? Because they're communist. And because they aren't afraid of helicopters anymore. So Nero FL89. Good to see you, man. Saying isn't practicing taking down the government considered civil obedience, considering the Second Amendment was enshrined because the founders wanted the ability to take down the government? Yes, we're the only people who have the right to rebellion in their founding documents, which is crazy. considering the rest of the world, but yes. Elegant News says, does Sean keep the Rumble chat up? Feel like on Rumble we are a redhead stepchild. Hans is saying that Michigan has a similar law. It's a content-based restriction. Yeah, but I still don't think it would be. I still don't think it'd be legal. I still don't think it's legal. But yeah, there's been a ton of information on here. I was checking up before it. Southie 31 says, you mean a dirt hill that a bunch of drunk buddies go shoot at? Yeah. Yeah, that will be yeah, that could be everybody. Andrew W says, yeah, you never have too much power on your radio, you never know who's listening. Yeah, I think I might switch to a short antenna myself. So it's a good channel to look at. So Porcelain Thunder says, learn Navajo. Yeah, I've seen that. I've heard that before. And Jacob Castro saying, Ready Up should be taught in middle school. Yes, Ready Up drill should be taught in middle school. But yeah, it's a very interesting where things are going. Where things are going, guys. Keep your eyes peeled. Keep your eyes peeled. Now, in other news of, Ray Charles saw this coming. I'm certain Ray Charles saw this coming, and I'm sure Ray Charles and Stevie Wonder saw this coming and were able to dip, dodge, duck, dive, and dodge it. The IRS has removed the investigative team from the Hunter Biden probe in a move the whistleblower calls clearly retaliatory. No way. No, I mean, oh no. Oh no. Who could have seen this happening? Oh no. I mean, how could they have done this? Oh no. So as part of their long-running tax fraud probe of Hunter Biden, which, holy cow, I can only imagine what's been not done there. The Internal Revenue Service's criminal supervisory special agent we represent was informed that his entire team is being removed from the ongoing sensitive investigation of the high-profile, controversial subject which our client sought to make whistleblower disclosures to Congress. Yeah. Oh, wow. He was informed of the change was done by the DOJ. Oh, isn't that a coincidence? Isn't that a coinky-dink? Isn't that a coinky-dink? Yes, Amos is right. What a surprise. What a surprise. Yes, Brandon's on it. You're on fire tonight, Brandon. Yes. Le gasp. Dun, dun, dun. Oh. Yeah. But this just keeps going. The whistleblower who supervised the probe since early 2020 hasn't identified Hunter as the subject of the case, but he says it's being brushed under the rug. Yes. Oh, well. And yep, there's Hunter looking all disheveled because that's, and here we have the Hunter Biden in his natural habitat, cracked out of his mind, and his hair all a tussle. But yes, the DOJ is obstructing a congressional inquiry. Oh, I'm sure they're scared about that. Oh, they're terrified. Kevin McCarthy and the DOJ. Woo! Yes. Yes, I'm sure that's anything bad's going to happen here. Nothing's going to happen. That's a sad part. So, yes, but look at all the criminals there having so much fun. Yeah. So. Oh, but that's it, guys. So if it makes you feel any better, like I said, this is a black pill night. Sorry, this is a black pill night. So, um, Two Scoops says this has Merrick Garland's stinky fingerprints all over it. Oh, this has the big guy's fingerprints all over it. But yes, he'll do whatever Joe Biden tells him to do because he's a good little boy. Doug Gibson for $9.99. Thank you, Doug. I appreciate it, man. Says any trial watch is coming up. Well, we've got Sarah Boone coming up in July. I will confess, just so you guys are aware, my June. Let me see here because what's my schedule looking like in June? Got one. I got a trial on the 5th and 6th. That's going to be a big one. And then on the 20th, starting on the 20th, I've got a week-long trial involving some gentlemen doing some very spicy things with an AR-15 against another group of people. And instead of that group of people, they accidentally shot up some publicly owned housing. So, yeah. So, got a big trial coming up in June. So June's going to suck for me because I'm doing a lot of prep work. But did you see any Legal Advice's stream with Zechariah Anderson's brother? No, I did not see that, but I did see, and I guess Zechariah Anderson, I guess the good thing that came out of that was we found out how bad, and I guess you guys are now realizing how crappy of a judge Judge Schroeder is. He's an awful, awful judge. That jury saved Kyle Rittenhouse. Judge Schroeder didn't do a damn thing. He's a boob. He's a schmuck. And I'm glad that we're all realizing that now. So I remember when I mentioned that to Megan Fox on one of the streams. I was on a stream with Nick and Megan Fox was there, and I said, Judge Schroeder's a tool. And she was like, hey, can you tell me about it? And I started laying out the reasons. And it's like, Judge Schroeder's a tool. So, and actually, I should rephrase that. Judge Schroeder in Wisconsin's a tool because I actually practice in front of a judge named Schroeder as well. He's actually pretty good. He's pretty fairly balanced, pretty based. But did I see his stream with Zechariah Anderson? I saw a couple minutes of it, but not enough to comment. So you guys are awful. Tarkina for $5. Again, thank you, Tarkina. I appreciate the support. You knew Hunter was a genius when he didn't pay off the baby mama dancer. Not dancer, stripper. To quiet her up and go away. Yeah, but people like him think you can just like strong arm people like her, and that's normally what happens. And that's the way they used to be able to do things, but in today's world, there's too much. Harvard Warble's like, but his ringtone. Yep, I know he's proud to be an American. Paces, pack your bags. Sarah Boone's coming soon. Agnes saying she's a former Fed that moved to stripping. Yes. Unhung Hero said HK stepped in a woke pile of dog shit. Yes, they did. Remember, though, HK's real motto is, you suck and we hate you. They're just living up to their true motto. Carrie Matchett for $9.99. Thank you, Carrie. I appreciate it. Thank you for support. Saying that the Illinois Supreme Court upheld the gun control laws in Illinois. It's not that. It's just... Remember, at the end of the day, the court is part of the government. And really, I mean, yes, she said all these things. And yes, once it gets to the Supreme Court, they'll probably take all these laws out behind the woodshed and kill them. But for now, that's not going to happen. And I know people were very optimistic about it. I didn't want to sit here and poop on everybody's parade, but I mean, this was going to happen. This was bound to happen. It also didn't help the way the Seventh Circuit kind of bundled everything together. I mean, this was going to happen. Now, when they appeal it and it goes straight to the Supreme Court, we'll find out. But remember, it's going to take 4 of them to get cert. They'll get their cert votes, and yeah, we'll find it. They'll probably crush it then, but we're probably like a year and a half out still. So, sorry to, like I said, guys, sorry, it's just black pill after black pill tonight. Kimmy is saying, would I have an interest in bringing him on the stream? I might. I'm going to talk to Jeff about that since Jeff got in contact with him. The Republican car killer. Yeah, we're going to get to that. That is another one we're getting to. I still can't believe that. Although we're going to have to see. We're going to have to see. Brandon Garcia says, HK sucked. They tried to stop us from making our own rifles because the upper looks like the G36. The Germans are snowflakes. I've seen those. Those are pretty gnarly, what you guys make down there. So, yes. I have seen those. I said pole slider? When did I say pole slider? What did I say pole slider? What did I say? I don't know. Pardon everyone. Yes. Harbor Warble says the G11 or bust. Yes. Yes, the G11 with that crowd space magic. But yeah, Carrie, that was just, I think that was going to happen. I was kind of waiting on it. Oh, the pole slider, the dancer. Okay. You just said it 3 times. Well, I saw it in chat, so I was responding to chat. All right, moving on. We're going to move on. In other news, Lori Vallow was convicted. Lori Vallow Daybell or Daybell Valor, whatever the hell that crazy lady's name is. She killed her 2 kids and killed her new boo's wife. She was convicted on Friday. So Chad Daybell's still getting ready to go to trial. But for Lori, it's probably going to be 2 to 3 months before the sentencing hearing takes place. So like I said, that's kind of done. I know that trial people wanted to cover it. It didn't help. It was all done through audio, which I think is kind of crap. But, hey, that's how the judge wanted to do it. And Chad Daybell goes to trial soon. So we'll see. We'll see what happens to her. I mean, she's going away for a while. She's going away forever, but so where is so if you guys don't remember a while back, yeah, Chad goes to trial in 2024. Somebody's saying she'll be able to start a prison cult while she's there. Yeah. Unhung Hero says, I can fix her. Yes, I'm sure you can fix her. I'm sure you can fix her. So, if you guys don't remember, This last year, a guy named Shannon Brandt ran over Kaylor Ellingson, and Kaylor, is there a picture of him? We'll have to grab the pictures of him because I do think that this is a load of shit what happened here. So, where are the pictures? Oh, come on. Where are the good pictures of this one? So basically they were in a political protest and this guy was driving by. He claims this little kid was going to hurt him, so he ran him over and killed him. Sounds like he had been drinking a little bit, but then he ran off and hid like a little girl after he ran over this kid. Where's the good pictures of this? Because there are some good pictures, and Kaylor deserves to have his memory known. He did nothing wrong. And he tried to claim like, oh no, there were some Republican extremists after me. Yes, he pled guilty, but what he was initially charged with was murder. And what we can show is, and this is the guy. This is poor little Shannon after he acted like a little bitch and ran over an 18-year-old kid. Look at him. Looks like such a hard ass. Such a hard ass. And this is Kaylor Ellingson, which like dude like the tan, but hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with being a bro like in the tan. I mean, we were all 18 once. But anyway, Shannon was accused of murdering him. And the police during their investigation determined the kid was just wanting to be a Republican. Wasn't an extremist, wasn't advocating for violence or doing anything at all. Doing anything at all wrong. Eric is saying, yeah, Lamaui pled guilty. He did. But not to murder. So he ended up pleading to manslaughter. Now, the investigator said the agreement was not the disagreement, and this is probably part of the issue. The disagreement was not political, and there was no evidence to show that Ellingson was a member of an extremist group. Okay, well, and the prosecutors are saying that Brand had been drinking and argued with him before driving erratically and knocking him down and running him over. Which, yeah, he was drunk at the time and acted like an asshole, and it just turns out he was a drunk asshole liberal and ran over a Republican kid. As much as I like to say that, I'm sure he still thought he was happy he did it. And I still think this is murder. But hey, they charged him. Say la vie, I can't do anything about it. The probable cause affidavit said he was visibly intoxicated when they found him. And I think we covered that. When they found him, he was very, very, very drunk. Now, this part I don't agree with here. I mean, in exchange for his guilty plea, they dismissed the charge of leaving the scene of an accident. Okay, that's fine. He remains free on bond, pending sentencing. I mean, I have seen and have had clients who have been involved in DUI fatalities and been involved in DUI injuries, remain out on bond after they enter a plea and then get sentenced to some mandatory prison time. But he faces up to 10 years of prison. I'm hoping he gets it, but guys, I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure he's going to get this. I don't know what he's going to get after a while. Eric Foam says, then he backed over him. Yep. Nose guarding. Oh my God. Just freaking drama. Drama. Yes, did the DA get Soros money? Yeah. Jim is saying that this was a political murder and gets a pass because he's on their team. Yeah, I think that's ultimately what happened. I think this was bullshit. You know, that there was enough there to show something was going on. But you know what? Maybe we have. I don't know, guys. There is discovery and evidence we don't have. So it could be. I mean, maybe there really is evidence to show this is a shitty murder case to try. I can't. I got to be careful because there might be. So. J-Rock says the AB will bitch him out in prison. Oh, I think so. I think 100% so they will. Stabby saying it's such BS. He even got a plea after killing a kid in cold blood. Hey, dude, people cop pleas all the time. Remember, when you are getting ready for trial, and they were going to trial starting May 30th, which if that did go to trial, I was thinking we might be able to cover it. If you enter a plea, you know, that's something you guaranteeing that there is a conviction. He's facing up to 10 years in prison. He's probably going to get some of it because at the very least, he's a drunk asshole and ran over people. So he deserves some time out of it. He's going to prison. They're guaranteeing something out of it. Remember, you go to trial and you lose. That's it. And also, and here's the thing, remember, if the facts don't support a murder conviction, then you shouldn't seek a murder conviction. The facts only do really support manslaughter, then yeah, it should be manslaughter. This DA's office, I have no reason, or state's attorney's office, I have no reason to believe that they're corrupt or done anything wrong yet. Until they do, I'm going to have to give them a little bit of benefit of the doubt here that they have evidence that shows that this would not have been sustainable. So, Blackish Owl says 10 years for running over a kid, such bullshit. I mean, man, if you're here and you're driving a car and you kill somebody and you're drunk, you get 5 years. I mean, that's just the nature of the system. Jacob saying, so can I run over Democrats? Just be careful, man. 7-Eleven says, why respond to my obvious troll chat? I don't know. It's been a long day. Been up early. Woke up at like the crack of 8 this morning. No, actually, I woke up earlier. Brandon saying, learn to appreciate the small dubs, chat. Yeah, always appreciate the dubs. Jacob Pete says they charge the Proud Boys with all this bullshit under a corrupt judge, but we don't throw the book at a kid killer. Yeah, I can say that, but remember, like if he comes in there for his sentencing, the judge smokes him for 10 years. Well, the judge did everything he could. So we'll see. Jim is saying somebody's commissary would be getting a whole mess of money on the books if I was that kid's family. Yeah. It's a crying shame. Says you going soft. I mean, there's been nothing to indicate there's any hanky-panky going on in this case. So I'd rather they get him for something than get him for nothing. Stabby says, I thought you could be charged with premeditated if you planned it out even a moment before carrying out the homicide. Yeah, 100% you can. You can form intent in a second. But you have to show that intent was established. And I don't, I have not seen every report. Maybe the reports and some of the, doesn't 100% show it the way it shows, like, aha, that's murder. Yeah, it doesn't have to sound right. You don't have to like it, but so No, I just saw this. Who said it? Yeah, you sprinkle some MAGA on the body and you. Yes, the GM's just talking about the Dave Chappelle. It's like, oh, just sprinkle some crack on them. Yes, that is very true. It's very true how they do it. So. Aaron saying, didn't you say he's out on bond? Seems like this issue could just resolve itself. Perhaps. There might be, as to quote the great Hans Hermann Hoppe, there might be some physical removal, so to speak. Jim is saying, if I remember right, the kid was on his phone with his mom saying the guy was chasing him. Remember, that is only from the family. That's kind of like the whole Ralph Yarl thing. Like, he just knocked on the door and got shot. It's like, okay, let me see what the evidence really says, not what we think happened. So remember that. Just remember that. Okay, and then yes, getting on to some more stuff with judges. I know we're all fired up about Judge Schroeder now. What's going on with former President Trump in his trial coming up? He is being ordered to rules after the district attorney rules he'll use as evidence to slam witnesses. Okay, this is basically like a gag order, and more importantly, forcing him to show up to something. I think like this, I think is an undue burden on his freedom that he's gonna have to sit and go through basically and listen to this thing about courtroom rules. Like, no, you don't make other people do this. Nobody else has to ever do this. So, and the issue is, and this is from the DA's office, that his lawyers and prosecutors are in court while he's sitting, remotely, are going to go over the restrictions with Trump to make clear that he risks being held in contempt if he violates them. And this is the state trying to silence him. This is the state trying to silence him. Yes, this is being called a protective order. It's still a gag order. But the district attorney's office has reached a compromise regarding his access and the use of evidence turned over by prosecutors prior to trial. Yes, they don't want him disclosing all the evidence to the world. Why not? Well, remember, this is Alvin Bragg who said, well, I don't have to tell you what law he broke. That's not my job. The prosecutors sought the order soon after his arrest, citing what they say is his history of making harassing, embarrassing, and threatening statements. Okay. If it turns out that's bullshit evidence, he should have the right to say, hey, everybody, look at all this bullshit evidence in my case. Isn't this wrong? Isn't this fucked up? Look at all these people who are liars who are coming at me. Bunch of cocksuckers. Look at the whole lot of them. He should have that right. Remember, only one side is entitled to a fair trial. It's the defendant. Only one side. The state is not entitled to a fair trial. The state is not entitled to an impartial jury. It's only Trump. So, and then we're going to skip all this bullshit here because these two paragraphs here, bunch of bullshit. We'll keep going. The protective order bars Trump and his lawyers from disseminating evidence to third parties, sending on social media, and requires sensitive materials shared by prosecutors to be kept only by Trump's lawyers, not Trump himself. He can review what he wants with his attorneys, but can't copy or photograph it. The only time I've ever had that happen is if I ever get a Leeds printout. I never understood why they give them to me because I'm like, I don't really care. But everything else, yeah, you have the right to look at it. Why? Oh, we can't have him looking at it. But notice, who's not restricted by this? Alvin Bragg and the DA's office is not restricted from posting things to third parties, to social media, or blaring from the mountaintops, or leaking things. Because guess where the leaks are going to happen? We're going to get a shitload of leaks. But oh no, we got to shut the orange man up. We can't have him talk. God, my voice is getting really scratchy. That's the bullshit here. It's not stopping the state. This is only against him. Oh my God, I muted again. Damn it. Yes, the judge says, I'm bending over backwards, is straining to make sure he's given every opportunity. The last thing I want is to infringe upon his First Amendment rights. Press X to doubt. I'm just trying to be the good guy here. Aw, I'm sure you are. I'm sure you are. I'm sure you fucking are. I'm sure he is. I still think his best bet is getting this into federal court, so we'll see what happens from there. Oh. Yes, the elite are coming for you. Yes, they are. 100%. Thank you for the new muting. Yes, I know I muted. Extended cough button hype. Jim is saying, how many claws have you imbibed this evening, sir? I'm concerned and thinking you should not be operating based recordings. No, my throat is killing me and my voice is no, none of that tonight. And also it's still a school night. God, I've been having like so many of these damn nights where it's like court scheduled. Friday morning we're gonna have hearing, and I'm just like, son of a bitch. No, just give me like a Friday where I don't have anything. I want to get lit up. I want to be able to knock back a couple of White Claws on a freaking Thursday night. But no, justice requires we have a hearing Friday morning at 9 a.m. or 8:30. Even 8 a.m. Like, who's awake and doing work at 8 a.m.? Screw that noise. 8 a.m. I'm up like drinking coffee and getting ready for the day. Or driving somewhere. Like, who actually wants to be sitting in court, like, ready to go at 8 a.m.? Fucking insanity, man. Insanity. Two Scoops is saying, fun fact, X to doubt was originally X to intimidate, but the play testers didn't intimidate enough, so they changed it to doubt. Oh my God, if I was playing LA Noire, I'd have been like, X, 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 just to intimidate the shit out of people. I would have been like, it would have been like, stop a bed. I've been like, Colonel Landa, you're hiding them here. They're under your floorboards, aren't they not? They do not speak English, do they? I know they are here. I am the hunter. Sporkio says over on Rumble, we're approaching CCP levels of corruption. Approaching. It's like where we're going, you don't need where we're growing, you don't need integrity. That's a shame since it's unconstitutional. 100% I agree. Harris Riley says, does 10 a.m. work for you, Mr. Lawyer? Like 10 a.m., like, why can't we do like 1 o'clock on a Friday? But I mean, then it's like Friday afternoon, so who wants to do that? Like, can we push it till Monday? 10 a.m.'s not bad. Let's see here. Okay. Oh, here it says the CCP is taking notes from us at this point. Yes. They're learning how to be better asshole. All right. So I guess this is actually kind of a Toothless like 10 a.m. is right before lunch. Yeah. Yep. So there is one more thing, and this is just absolutely awful Karenness. And this is from a lady who is an attorney. She's the commercially savvy lawyer, sharing contract drafting and negotiation know-how. She's a transactional lawyer with 19 years of experience. Okay, well, so what did she do? Well, she was in New York City and came across an ad hoc unlicensed food stand. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no, an unlicensed food stand. The horror. You know, she asked, where's your permit? I mean, fucking narc. What kind of fucking narc are you, Sonia? Sonia Shaykhun, like, get a fucking life. Really? This is what you... I forgot to mention this part. No dating DMs. Honey, I'm not sure you're getting too many dating DMs if you're out harassing people selling food in a park. Where's your permit? I'm like, yeah, I'm sure that's like some guy who's on a date with you is like, oh yeah, you know, that was so hot when you went after those people selling, you know, food in the park. I mean, oh my God, that was just such a boss bitch move. Yeah, she's like, well, the woman got belligerent and refused to show me your permit. You know, I called her a name after she got aggressive with me. Then I called 911. Why? Because the people are selling fucking hot dogs without a permit? You know, she's like, New York Police Department in the 24th precinct. What happened with this? The officers never called me back. Yeah, because they're probably dealing with like gun violence and people getting killed and murdered and raped. That's somebody selling, you know, chalupas or, you know, pheasant's feet or eel brains or whatever they're selling. It's New York. It could be like a million different things. Maybe they're just selling pop. Maybe they are selling crack. Maybe they're selling guns. I don't know. Maybe they're selling yellow cake uranium. I don't give a shit. You know, if you see people defacing our parks by setting up the stands, call the police. We need to take back our beautiful city. You know, the funny thing is, I bet she wouldn't have called the police on Jordan Neely spazzing out on that train, threatening to hurt people. But no, go after people selling food. Oh no, that's the true danger out there. The true fucking danger. A name of some sort says Kalkalash and crab juice. You know, I get that reference. I understood it. Crying Shame says it did have pickles. Revenge is hers. Yes. Yeah. Yes, Wrestler Town says coming back from tennis just to add to the snootiness. 100%. 100% the snootiness. The snootiness. So, John Ross says the Rat Street tacos. Yeah, that could easily be it. And Tarkina saying, no, the NYPD was too busy investigating the car chase with Harry and Meghan. I know. Too bad that British intelligence, like, bros, you can't reuse the same playbook. It doesn't work that way. Like, you already did that one once. Like, I'm just saying, you know, like let's be real. You guys did the car chase thing once. What, you know, this, you guys don't work for Universal Studios. You can't just reboot things. You know, sitting there in front of King Charles. What's your plan to kill them? Well, governor, we're just gonna kill him in a car chase with paparazzi. He's like, yes, I think we've done that before. He's like, yeah, but we'll do it in New York, so it's not the same thing. Like, no, it doesn't work that way. You got to come up with a brand new plan. At least rip off use some polonium and blame it on the Russians. Yes, Porcelain's right. They'll be like, but, my lord, this time it was a BMW. We didn't use a Mercedes this time. So it is different. They're going to be like Vanilla Ice. It's like ring, ding, 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 ding. Tss. See, it's not the same because that's at the end. So Crying Shame says the police responding to a real emergency out of almond milk on BLM Street. Yeah. Yes. Oh. All right, guys. Well, we are at the 2-hour mark, and I think we are going to pack it up for the night. We are pretty much done. I think I hit on everything. Yeah, I did. I got through everything. I'm impressed. I'm proud of myself. Under 2 hours. So that is it for me tonight. If you guys are watching us on Rumble, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys over in the ghetto. You guys are always hanging tight. Everybody here on YouTube, please like, share, subscribe. I always appreciate that. If you guys, we do this every Thursday night, 9:30. Got some other stuff coming out, hopefully coming out this weekend. I'll have ready for the week, some funny stuff. And if you guys want to join me, we'll be over on Locals, hanging out for a little while, kind of just shooting the shit for a little bit, probably about a half hour. And if you guys join me over there, potentiallycriminal.locals.com. And if you join as a member, as a supporter, you can join in the conversation and either talk about neat things, break my balls, or whatever it is you want to do. So I will say this until next time. Just because you did it doesn't mean you're guilty. And also be careful around 3-year-olds. They are germ machines. And I paid the price for that. Good night, everybody.